Have you ever wondered if trauma can be inherited, not just culturally, but biologically, etched into our very genes? Today, I'm diving into one of the most intriguing topics in trauma research, transgenerational and collective trauma. Let's start with epigenetics. This is the study of how our environment, think war, famine, or even chronic stress, can switch certain genes on or off, leaving chemical marks called methylations. What's fascinating is that these marks don't alter your DNA sequence, but they do affect how your genes are expressed. And here's the kicker: those changes can be passed down to your children and even your grandchildren. So, if an ancestor survived a traumatic event, you might carry not only their stories, but also a biological sensitivity to anxiety or stress. But trauma isn't just written in our genes. There's also the collective unconscious, a concept you might remember from Carl Jung. This refers to the shared memories, archetypes, and psychic scars that entire cultures or families carry. Legends, family stories, and even taboos don't just entertain or warn. They transmit the emotional residue of past traumas, keeping certain wounds alive across generations. Transpersonal therapy recognizes that our inheritance isn't just genetic or cultural. It's part of a larger field of consciousness. Now let's talk about collective trauma. These are the psychological impacts that hit whole communities, regions, or even the world. Think wars, genocide, or forced displacement. These events leave marks that go way beyond the individual. Natural disasters like earthquakes or hurricanes can shake the foundations of entire societies, fueling persistent fear and loss of security. And in our own lifetimes, pandemics have shown us how prolonged uncertainty and anxiety can ripple through every layer of society. So, what does this mean for educators and for you? Even if you're not directly affected by these traumas, ongoing exposure to distressing news and narratives can heighten your own feelings of vulnerability. Societies develop trauma stories that shape our beliefs, influence who we trust, and even how we see the world. From a transpersonal perspective, it's vital to recognize and address these traumas, not just for healing individuals, but for fostering reconciliation, forgiveness, and a more compassionate global consciousness. Understanding trauma's deep roots helps us support not just our students, but entire communities as we move toward a more resilient future.